Hi, this is Lance Ulanoff, Editor-in-Chief of PCMag.com, and guess what I've got? It's a Verizon iPhone. Finally! Time to unbox this baby. Okay, time to begin the surgery. And pretty, huh? Doesn't look much different. So far, everything I'm seeing is pretty much standard issue. So we've been checking out the Verizon iPhone to try and tell the main differences between it and the AT&T model. In fact, this is the AT&T model. This is the Verizon iPhone. Hard to tell the difference, isn't it? Let's go over some of them. And so here they are, the two phones side by side. Again, I challenge any of you to tell which is which. This guy, that's the AT&T iPhone. This guy, the Verizon iPhone. There's nothing on the outside that's really going to tell you at a glance that you're looking at a different phone, but if we take a look at some subtle differences. So on the one side here, you'll notice right away that the brakes on the antenna have changed. On the AT&T iPhone, there's a single brake here. There are two brakes here. Also, there's a spot where they pull and put in the SIM card. There's no similar spot on the Verizon iPhone. Continuing on to the other side, where we have the buttons. Now these differences, again, are fairly subtle. First of all, you'll notice right away, this is the AT&T iPhone. There's the brake for the antenna. This is the Verizon iPhone. Now you notice that there's an additional brake right there, and this one is replicated there. These antennas, the CDMA antennas, have a redundancy requirement, so we've got, essentially it looks like two CDMA antennas on either side of the phone. As for the buttons, let's squish these two guys together so we can compare. Now it looks to me as if those buttons took a slight dip down on the Verizon. If you look at the Verizon iPhone, they've moved down ever so subtly. Actually, this switch has moved down quite a bit, the hold switch. So there are some changes there. Okay, time to look for some other differences in the Verizon iPhone. There is Verizon 3G. We'll unlock it. And that looks pretty much the same. Let's see if we can find something in settings. No difference here, except for that. This is another difference between the AT&T iPhone and the Verizon iPhone. This guy can operate as a personal hotspot. Turn it on and off right here. If I leave it on and no one's using it, in 90 seconds it'll shut itself back off. Save some battery power. What else we got here? Let's take a look at general. This all looks about the same. No surprises there. Let's take a look at about. There's Network Verizon. I have no songs. I have lots of space left. This is version, iOS version 4.2.6. Slightly different operating system, specifically to support CDMA. Don't see anything else surprising or unusual in here. In a moment, we'll hook this guy up to iTunes for the first time and see what that looks like. Okay, hooked up, and shortly we there it is. This is Apple's new universal bumper for the iPhone 4. I'm going to have to slip the Verizon iPhone into it because I don't want to cause a furor when I walk down the street. Time to put the new bumper on the new Verizon iPhone. Take that off. It's going to slip, I believe. It's going to slip on this way. We'll just push it on here. That part on. Looks like it fits nicely. Everything looks good. And now no one will be the wiser. As long as they don't see the screen and they don't see that.
Make up over 20% of homeless kids.
Way higher numbers of suicide, attempted suicides. They definitely have more.
Who calls that 60 idiots?
They call the 60.
Sepsis, organ failure. Next thing you know, you yank out your kidneys. From what I hear, dialysis is not fun. Is your question before all that trouble?
Let's set up a personal hotspot with this new Verizon iPhone.